Hey y'all, it's Kiera and welcome back to another video. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Stay around for a little bit. If you are a returning subscriber, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to me. I love you guys so dearly, especially with my inconsistency here lately. So today, I wanted to talk about starting over in your 20s. I am 28 years old. I just turned 28 in December and we're starting over. We are starting and building our life from the ground up, y'all. If y'all don't know, I was married for 4 years and we were together for 5 years. However, we are currently going through a divorce. I'm more than comfortable with talking about it now. It took me some time, but I am going through a divorce. I am super happy about it. Our separation was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And I never in a million years thought that I would say that, especially like when it first happened, because it just seemed like such a shock. However, I had to realize, like, I had like literally prayed and asked God. Basically in January 2022, I did tell him that, you know, like I was contemplating a divorce for various reasons, y'all. I really don't want to talk about it in this video. I will start making videos when I feel more comfortable. But for right now, I really don't feel like or feel comfortable talking about my story. I don't have really anything bad to say about it. I don't really have nothing bad to say about him. I do pray that wherever life takes the both of us, that we get what we rightfully deserve. Whatever we dished out into this world, it always gonna come back to us. So I pray that we both get what we deserve. But I want to go into my first topic of, you know, just like finding myself again, you know, like after such a hard time. And I'll be honest, like, I'm a pretty strong person and I don't really like take help from other people. But when I went through my separation, we first separated, the first thing I said was, I want my mom. And normally, like, I'm not really like gonna do that, but that was the first thing that I did. And my mom came here and I relied heavily on my family. It's like people came out of the woodworks when something went wrong, and people are gonna have their opinions about that, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was able to really like talk to my family, talk to my mom, my dad in a way that I never had, and them be of support to me in a way that they never had before. And honestly, they have been the biggest blessings in my life during this season. I really did not know how much I needed them until I went through this. And I had to really like sit and think, like, God really put me through this, because had God not let things happen the way they happened, I would have never left a situation that was never serving me. I was not happy. I was not whole. I did not feel good about myself. I did not live my life. Like, I was so like just down and felt so bad about myself, even claiming mental health when I am not a person that struggled with mental health before. But I started claiming that stuff, and now I realized that my nervous system was just damaged, still is damaged, but it's slowly, you know, like slowly repairing itself, and I'm back to a place where I'm not so anxious and stuff anymore. It was literally that situation that I was in, but I gave credit to everything else, like mental health, than the actual situation. But now that I'm out of it, I realize that I am much, much happier. And y'all know, like, I thought like starting over was gonna be like this like thing where like, oh my God, it's gonna be so hard and blah, 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 blah. But honestly, like, it has been so like liberating. I feel so free, y'all, so free to do whatever I want to do. I have picked up new hobbies. I have built a new friend group. I have new business goals. And the best thing about it is like, I live my life so much for other people. I'm realizing at this age of 28 that the only person that I need to live for is myself. Growing up, I was responsible for my younger siblings. And then when I got married, it became like all about him. And so like I literally dedicated my entire life to this man. And so in this season now, I know God is telling me, Kiera, you have to focus on yourself. And so that's what I've been doing. And when I got that through my head, that's when I was able to seriously like move on with my life and be happy. And the things that's going to come out of this for me is something that I could never in a million years imagine. The way that my family and I have grown closer together, the new appreciation that I have for my parents, y'all, is something that I value. One of the other things that's really helped me is getting into the Word of God. I realized that like I got married, but I didn't put God first. I did pray about it. I did ask God to lead and guide us. I pray with him every single day. He was not a believer when I met him, and he told me that. He would tell me stuff like, I feel like I got demons in me. He would tell me stuff like, I don't believe in that fairy tale stuff. Like, he would do stuff like that. But then, like, he would let me pray with him, and eventually he started praying with me. So it's some level of belief there, but I don't know what, but that's neither here nor there. But what I've learned is that in this season that I don't want anything that's out of God's will. I don't want anybody in my life, friends, relationship-wise, jobs, anything. I don't want nothing in my life that's not in God's will. I have literally picked up my Bible every single day and just prayed and prayed and prayed and read the Word and asking God to literally, I said, God, if it's not in your will, then I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want no man. I don't want no friendship. I don't want no job. I don't want nothing if it's not in the will of God. And so I learned like, and I even had told my husband, I said, you know, this thing is going to crash if God is not in the center. And what happened? I literally prayed a prayer in January of 2023. I prayed that prayer over and over and over again and asked God to please show me if this man was my husband. And God literally allowed something to happen that removed me from this man's life and removed him from mine. And it literally has been the best thing, like I said, that has ever happened to me. And it has opened up so many doors for me. Like, I was literally selling myself short in my marriage. I didn't have confidence. I didn't believe in myself like I used to. I didn't love myself like I used to. And I had to realize like who I am and whose I am. Like, God has been so good in my life. He has brought me through so much. And so going through this season has really forced me to love on myself. And it's just, when you know something was of God, then you know like you have no other choice but to accept it. When God took me away and took him out of my life and took me out of his, it was something about that I knew it wasn't nothing but that prayer that I had prayed. And I knew that God was doing a new thing in my life. So the other journey that I've had to walk down is the journey of forgiveness. That has been something that has been extremely challenging for me because I don't like to be hurt. And I don't go around intentionally hurting people. So when people intentionally hurt me, it's a very hard thing for me. And it's hard for me to forgive. But I have prayed and the Lord has shown me how to forgive the people in my life who have hurt me so deeply, even down to my parents. And he has literally moved those barriers out of my way so that I can not have a hard heart. Because I don't want a hard heart. I love people. I love love. I am pro-marriage, y'all. I am pro-marriage. I want to be married. I would love to be married again. I love. Like, I'm a lover girl. I'm going to forever be a lover girl, no matter what. And I have just learned in this season that I have to forgive people who have hurt me. But most importantly, I have to forgive the one person that deserves it the most. And that is myself. The person that I look at in the mirror each and every day. I had to forgive myself for staying in spaces that I knew that I needed to leave. I had to forgive myself for accepting certain behavior and abuse when I knew that I deserved better and it was affecting me mentally and physically. I had to forgive myself for things that I allowed that I knew was wrong. I had to forgive myself for marrying. I had to forgive myself for marrying someone who's not a believer, who's not Christ-like, who's not a leader in Christ. Like, I had to forgive myself for these things because it's very difficult. A lot of things I've been doing, though, is journaling. Like I said, new hobbies, hanging out with my friends. I like to sing. When I'm happy, I'm singing. And when I'm singing, I'm happy. So I sing a lot, put a lot of time into my business, and focus into my business. I don't really dwell on the situation because I know that God let this happen for a reason. And I am forever grateful and thankful that He chose me to let it happen too. And that He gave me what I prayed for. And I'm so excited for the next chapter of my life, because I know that it's going to require a lot of me. Because I know that to whom much is given, much is required. But I know that the Lord will take care of me and anything attached to me. So I stand on that. I walk by faith and not by sight. And He has brought me, y'all, during this situation, He has blown my mind. When I tell you I am so blessed and highly favored, I can't wait to share more and more with y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Just a little quick update. But I will be back and y'all will be getting more videos from me in the coming weeks and months. And I hope you guys have a blessed day, night, year, month. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And I'll see y'all later. Toodles.